Hey everybody, and welcome to my stream, or welcome back. I'm going to be making a game today, so we're going to do a little stream with some coding. Just to show you guys where we're at, we were working on a project where we were trying to make a game similar to Vampire Survivor. And here's the progress that we made so far. Let's go ahead and start the game so I can give you a demonstration of gameplay. And I just realized while this is loading that we're playing in focused, so try and look at this small square down here where I am wiggling my mouse. Would it be helpful, by the way, if I got a thing that like highlighted around my mouse while we were playing? So the character will face the direction of your mouse, which allows for some strafing action. We're able to hit enemies, we're able to kill them. I think my guys are still moving forward after they die, which they didn't previously. I know I made a change that did something with the death animation because they were still colliding with me after they died. So I probably need to go back in and fix their speed. Let's get some experience. The little stars are the experience. They do move towards you once you get in a certain like pickup range. But I do have the pickup range set at a very low value right now. And it looks like... Oh yeah, I did want to change how knockback behaved. But it does look like if you're just on the tip, sometimes people get knocked forward and back into the sword twice, which I don't think is the end of the world, but might cause some cheatering. That's really cheating if it's built into the game, right? So yeah, I am noticing a small amount of pixel tearing in this resolution, although I've played a bunch when I full screen it on play, and I don't see that, and I've read some issues online where people are saying, yeah, it's basically a resolution issue, it's not really something you can change by camera settings or whatever. And yeah, there you have it. That's kind of what we got so far. So our game is just this scene. No main menu, no nothing else. So let's go ahead and go in and create a new scene. And I'm gonna call this scene main menu. Now let's hop over. We got a blank scene to work with. This is gonna be like 100% UI. So let's go in here and make ourselves a panel. I'm probably gonna have this panel be some sort of like splash image at some point when I get one made. I'm gonna just call it background. For the time being, I'm just gonna go ahead and I really, for searching purposes, should have put my UI elements under like their own file instead of mixing them with the icons. Let's go ahead and we'll just use that for now. That's good enough. And I think we want to have some text on here, unless we end up putting the text on the image. All right, and super extra rare game, because we like super extra dub titles. And we're gonna need a button. Oops, it's right here. Rename that to button start. Go in and edit its text to say start. I'm really jamming out to this music here. I dig this.
Mic off. Mic on.
I might need to get myself something to drink. Oh, you know what? There we go. That looks a lot better. Let's put this a little bit lower, and now I'm thinking, all right, we want to start and then ideally have a character select and a stage select. Oh, and you know what? We'll probably need a exit. Wait, why didn't that change? Oops. I want the whole enchilada. Bam. Alright, alright. So we should probably make two things. So what we want to do is we want to have, since this is the very beginning of the game, we want to have our game manager script, which normally that's like one of the first things I made, but for some reason I decided to wait all the way until now to make that. So let's go ahead and boom. Let's go in here. Game manager. And you'll notice Unity gives it this special icon. So what that tells you is that a lot of people use this kind of like design pattern or design philosophy. I don't know. I was what? I don't think that has anything to do with what I'm running here. Geez, you know what? I'm gonna get a soda. I will be right back. All right. I don't know if that's any better, but here I am. So I want to have the game manager store a lot of things, a lot of information about the game. Like, for example, I probably want to make some lists of like unlockables so I can track your progress if you've unlocked them or not. Things like that. For right now, I'm not gonna do too much with it except for I'm gonna make public static game manager instance. I don't love instance being capitalized, so I'm gonna make it lowercase, and then I'm gonna make instance equals this, and but really quick, we're gonna say if instance equals null, then instance equals this, else destroy this dot game object. Because if we just destroy the script, the game object will stay there, so we just want to blow up the whole thing and get rid of it if it's not this. And then we can now call our game manager, and it'll be oh, we need one other thing to happen. After it equals this, we say don't destroy on load this game object. I think when you just type game object, it counts this game object, but I like to be explicit even if it's a little bit more verbose, because when you go back and read the code later and go, well, what the hell did I do? Well, it's spelled out for you. So you know, if you want my opinion on other programming languages that are a lot less verbose, I oftentimes have a lot of problem going back and understanding what I made in Python. But when I go and I use C#, it's fairly easy for me. However, I'm going to caution that with I use C# a lot at work. So I'm constantly using C#, so it's constantly in my memory. Only every once in a while is it like, hey, comparing this data is going to be a lot faster, like using pandas. So I'm going to write up a script really quick or whatever. But I find between SQL queries and C#, you're able to get a lot done. And it's pretty explicit what was done. So when you go back and look at it, it's very good. That's not to say that it's a better or worse programming language than anything else. If you have questions about programming languages, I'm familiar with this. I'm familiar with C++. I'm familiar with Java. As I mentioned, Python. I've done a little bit of JavaScript and web development stuff. I'm not very good at it, but you know, it's use the right tool for the job that you're gonna do type of situation. And yeah, if you have any questions, you want to know where to get started in coding, you know, that's definitely something that I'd love to talk more in depth about. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna have my game manager do for now, and I'm gonna create that game object here. Create empty game manager. Put that bad boy at the very top. I'm gonna put game manager, and that's all we need to do. Objects are trying to be loaded during a domain backup. Does that have something to do with something I'm doing? Objects are trying to be loaded during a domain backup. Let's see, what does the Unity form say about